Shall we begin?
Welcome back to another episode of the On the Edit. I'm Aggie, and I'm here with my girl, Danny. And today we are so excited to be joined by Analyse, Jessica Ray, and her mom, Stacy, the Taleveras from Extracted.
Welcome, you guys. We're so happy to have you. We're such big fans of the show, so this is exciting.
Having us.
No,
We're so
great.
excited.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to jump right into Jessica. We're going to talk, okay, sister, from one survivalist to another. We're going to talk because you're the spotlight. But before we do that, the three of you, I just want to know, like,
Danny, so
what?
sorry. I think we have a special guest in the studio.
We do.
Yeah. Let me
Oh my gosh, I'm surprised. Who do we have?
let me see.
I didn't know we were having guests.
Oh.
What?
Wait.
Hi.
Yeah.
Wait, you can't see me.
Wait,
It's
I'm dying because I was just texting him this morning too, because we were in a group chat and I was just responding to everyone in the group chat. Telling me,
Honestly,
little did I know
wait,
you were
why
gonna be
can is my
here.
camera on? Or
Oh my
no?
god.
I'm
Wait, I
blacked
can't
out.
see you.
You're blacked out.
What
Like
the
your
heck?
screen. Do you have a cover on?
I know.
We've got to see your face, Tommy.
I know.
Okay,
It
I
was
think you'll be
off.
able to
Oh, wait.
now. Your camera was
I
off.
know. I still can't get in.
Wait, it just went off again.
I'm
What
just
the
happy to
heck?
know I'm not the only one who has troubles with this stuff.
Let's
Okay.
see.
Well, we had to bring your bestie on.
What if
We had to bring
I-
all of our besties on.
My
on my
acting
phone?
skills are
That's
terrible. I'm
I
like,
know
oh,
that was
we had
so
a
bad. I was
guest.
bad. I was bad, but you know what? We tried.
I'm going on.
No,
it-
this is
it-
the best
it's
surprise
the best surprise,
ever.
but the worst
If only I
execution. I'll be
face.
right back. I'm going on. I'm going on through my
No,
phone.
we'll see you soon.
Dead.
Oh my gosh.
Well, while he's figuring that out, Danny, back to you.
Okay. Yes. While Tommy's figuring out, I just wanted to ask you guys as a group. I know it was tough. Any competition show is, but did you guys have the time of your life though? Did it bring you closer together?
1,000%.
Yeah.
All of the above.
Traveling there was so fun, right? Like when us three together, it's just you never know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get crazy laughing, like delusion. You're gonna get angry with us, all the emotions. And then that they sound like they have so much fun in HQ. Like I wish I could swap like at least midway through so I get to experience HQ because they're playing games, they're eating snacks, they're all BFFs, and I'm like alone, but it was still so much fun, like the best thing I've ever done in my life.
Hey, you guys, just like any other show, there may be an all-star one, and they'll bring it back and they'll throw her in the jungle, okay? Or I always say jungle because that's what I'm used to. Into the wilderness. Then you can be at headquarters, watch sister suffer.
Well,
Well,
I
I'll
think
just
the whole
say-
first night, yeah,
I'll
they
just
won't
say
be
me and my mom could not survive. Could
I
not
wouldn't
survive.
do
If
that.
they want us to last longer, they cannot.
Second, yeah.
I mean, the fact that Stacy, you walked into the wilderness in flip flops, okay?
Oh my
When I
God.
saw that, I was like, she ain't afraid of nothing.
I don't understand.
I didn't know
understand.
it was going to be so crazy when we dropped off. I thought it was going to be like last year, flat, just a flat surface.
Mom,
I didn't know.
it was not
You
flat
guys
last
are
year either.
hilarious.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
do have to say, I
Yeah.
do have to say my favorite thing though was definitely seeing how much my mom loves being a gamer. My mom introduced me to Big Brother when we were younger, and so I think like the fact that she was able to like now kind of be in a setting where she could game, like we were gonna have to have a helicopter take her out because she did not want to leave. She wanted to
I
keep
didn't want to leave.
going, keep competing.
I like
so it was
that.
definitely fun to see
Yeah.
that side of her because like I know she loves watching these gaming shows, but like to have her be able to actually do it was fun to watch.
Stacy, I have to tell you, sister, I love that. You're my girl. I mean, it's funny because I feel like sometimes women, moms, we give everything. Hi, Tommy.
I'm back.
We give everything to our kids, right? Like sometimes we're out of the game and we'll sacrifice so much that we forget ourselves. And so there
Right.
comes a time where we're like, you know what? It's okay. We got to get in the game and do some stuff because there ain't no one tougher than a mom.
Right.
I hope we see more of you, Stacy.
Yeah.
I
Thank
know,
you.
my mom, I swear, was built for reality TV, like,
Mhm.
she's also just someone who she's not fake, she'll say it how she is, whatever on her mind, it's gonna come out. Sometimes it just spews out, but, like, she's very real, and I always think the best reality TV is people who are very real, and sometimes,
Mhm.
of course, it does start a little drama, but who doesn't love drama in reality TV?
Right?
Yeah,
I mean, you
yeah, they
guys'
have them.
banter together is hilarious. It honestly reminds me of my sister and my mom. Like, we're always you guys got the jokes. I mean, Annalise, when you were like, "Maybe you
Oh,
can
with
chew
the
on a
stick?
stick." And
I was like,
I was like, "Oh."
in that moment, I was like,
Oh my
"What could I
god,
say?"
doing that.
I was like, "What can I say to help her?" Like, we were all just, like,
Not
super
that, not
uncomfortable
that.
because we weren't sure we were going from laughing to crying, and I was like it was kinda quiet, I was like, I guess if you're hungry, go on a stick." I mean,
Like,
I don't
even Jack
And
the bear, we're just like, I just saw a bear. I'm like, "Why would you tell me that? Like,
know.
keep it to
But they
yourself.
did.
I'm about to go in this wilderness." Oh my god.
so funny. And that honestly leads me to, you've been on Big Brother, The Challenge, and like, high pressure environment. So how did this experience compare to the other shows that you've done? I know, and how hard was it seeing your sister out there while you were in
So
HQ?
in terms of gaming, it was very similar and it made it super easy and comfortable for me because, obviously someone coming from a gaming show into another gaming show, it's easy for me to go ahead and start talking games, strategizing, and making alliances. So that part was easy and very similar for me. The hardest part was every time I do a show, I'm alone and I've never had my family with me. And so because I'm so close to my family, it makes it 10 times harder. So, like, when I see my sister start to cry, then I start to, like, feel some type of way because I'm like, 1, I feel guilty because I put her out there, but 2, I'm like, I wish I could help you. Even though me and my mom were helping her, it's just I can't physically help her or, like, talk to her and be like, "Hey, it's okay, like, keep going, you're doing good, we're doing good, everything's gonna be okay." You know what I mean? So it makes
Yeah.
it harder, and, like, in HQ with my mom is so strong and, like, strong-minded mentally that I knew in HQ it was gonna be fine, with her, like, I didn't have to worry too much about her. It was just watching my sister, especially
Mhm.
be oh, it was like, "Whoa, this is
Yeah,
different."
you guys got me in tears when you were
Just worried about my girl Jessica, okay? I'm just like, when you told her, "Oh, just chew on a stick," I was like, "Oh, not now, honey. Nope, nope, not wrong timing, wrong
I'm
timing."
just making
Hey,
it I'm making it worse
It's
for her.
impeccable with that
Tommy
thing.
Tommy, now that you are joining us,
Hello.
have you
Oh,
been watching, Tommy? Have you
My
been watching
gosh.
your girl?
Of course, yes. All my girls. I love them so much. I'm so excited for them.
no.
They're so good. They're just I think I caught you all saying like they're just real. Like
Mhm.
all of them. And yeah, I love their whole family. They're my family too. So I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
literally just like so excited to see all of them on the show. I can't believe poor Jessica Ray is out in the wild. And
I know.
I feel like I mean, you all know better than anyone, but I imagine like when you a lot of times when you watch these reality shows, it looks so like bubblegum and just like fun and way easier than it is. But like after having gone through it, you're able to like see things a little differently. And I feel like the mental torture that you must have been going through, Jessica Ray, just like being alone and being in the woods and having to sleep there at night and just hearing noises and not knowing what those noises were. And you're literally just alone with your thoughts. I don't think most people know how difficult that must be to be alone like that. Like, so
Well,
I give
and
you
to
a lot of
go from
credit.
having everything, I mean, LA, you have everything at the tip of your
Right.
fingers, right? To nothing, and you have all this noise in California, and then no noise had to be terrifying. That
It
first
was
night, what was going through your head that first night?
1,000 things and nothing at the same time because I was even though I was, like, prepared as I could be, I got there and I went into drop shock, like, I was just like, uh and, like, everything I knew went out the window for, like, 2 hours, right? I just couldn't think, and then I started getting back into reality, like, "Okay, get yourself together," but it was freezing, freezing, freezing cold, so dark, you couldn't see in
Oh.
front of your face. I'm expecting it to be loud for some reason, it was the quietest place ever, which was the eeriest thing. You could hear
Uh-huh.
wolves howling, they sounded like they were right next to you, I'm not even
No.
kidding. The
That's so
bears
scary.
you hear people's horns going off at night, which means there's a bear somewhere near them, right? Which you think it's near you.
Oh god.
Um, and it was just honestly, it was mentally torturing. It was like so you couldn't sleep, right? Because you just had to be alert 24/7. So I never slept. Um, it was so hard. Yeah, tell me exactly. Like it's so hard and like it looks easy, I guess maybe on TV, but I'm telling you, it is.
when you're on the couch.
Yeah, when you're on the couch, like
Yeah.
I was really like confused, and I was like, why are you doing that? Like, but I get it. I get it. It props to everybody who lasts just even 1 hour. It is so hard. It was scary. Scary.
Well, how did you guys decide, like, who was going to the woods?
Wow, that was
So
easy.
when they first reached out to me, my sister loves Survivor and she loves Naked and
Watching,
Afraid.
watch
Watching, yes. So she knows everything about outside and wilderness and, like, like, probably doing competitions outside. I don't know, I just felt like it was for her, and me and my mom obviously love game shows as well, but, like, we're more of the inside people, so I was like, "Okay, me and my mom will be on the inside. Our minds together, I think, could work very well." And I was like, "My sister, she watches all these shows, she could probably survive out there." So I was like, "She's going,
It
not
wasn't really
us."
an option for me. I was just told, and I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
that's true, that's true.
voluntold. You're
She
doing
had
this.
no say. You're
No,
going.
literally, none, none.
Jessica, I have to tell you though, watching Extracted, being a fan of the show, I think it's so much more difficult than Survivor because in
Really?
Survivor's hard. I mean, it is hard, but
Right,
I have my tribe out there. I have a crew around me. I know that nothing's going to happen. From what I understand with you, it's like you're out there with a camera. And yes, if there's an emergency, somebody's going to get to you, but you just don't have the surroundings. And having a tribe around you helps so much out there in the game. And having a game going on, right? So you're constantly
right.
distracted by stuff. You had nothing. So I think if you ever had the chance to play on another show that has to do with being outdoors, you're probably going to go like, "Oh, cakewalk," compared to what I've been
I love
through.
that because I do Survivor, so that would be my next little, like, fun show to try to do, or Fear Factor, but I love Survivor, but yeah, that's the thing, like, if I just had people or if I just could see somebody, even if it was down the line, if I could see somebody, I would feel better, I would be okay. It was
Yeah.
just the loneliness is out of this world, it's unexplainable. I mean, I just don't like to be alone too, so, like, that was just not for me.
Oh,
Well,
and
that's really interesting that you say that, Danny, because, my sister, when she got off, she's like, I could do Survivor, but I can't do this. But now that you put into, because at first I was like, okay, if you can't be alone out there, you can't be on Survivor either. But it's funny when you put into perspective, like, that's true. You are with a whole bunch of other people. So your mind is working in different ways as well. And you just have people around you to feel comfortable.
and it's warm,
Right.
okay? I'm
Right.
saying but listen, I had 2 nights on Survivor where I was cold, and I'm like, "Oh, I don't know if I can do this." So, girl, I mean, I really think you would think it was a cakewalk compared to what you've done, so kudos to you.
And
Thank
the
you,
not
thank you.
sleeping too, that's really hard.
That was hard, it was.
You
Well,
lose your
that's
mind
that
when you don't sleep.
Well, yeah, and
yeah.
everybody's like, "You should just sleep during the day." My mom's like, "I guess people were sleeping during the day." I didn't want to because then I definitely wouldn't be sleeping at night. Like, I tried to stay up so I would be somewhat tired at night, so I would hopefully fall asleep. I don't
Mm.
know.
And you know what I told her, Danny, to be honest? I'm like, honestly, I was like, there's gonna be production out there. I mean, there'll be
Not
people.
one person.
I go, there'll be
Yeah.
people out there. Just after season one, I just figured there's no way there's no there literally, you
Not a
guys,
soul.
is nobody out there. I mean, just so people know, there's
Not a
nobody out
soul.
And you know what? That's what because I asked Sandra that right away. By the way, she gave you guys mad props. Sandra loves you
Love
guys.
there.
her.
Love
Yeah.
Sandra, those are our
You
people.
listen, y'all were talking about how dirty she is. I'm like, Sandra's actually a
I
very loyal
know.
player.
I told
I
them,
have
like,
to say, my sis I'm sorry, I don't watch Survivor, but
I
I
know.
know. The one season that I watched Survivor, it was one of Sandra's season, and I remember I was asking my sister about certain people on it, and, I swore I remember her telling me that Sandra was a dirty player, but that she was loyal. So when I saw her come in, I'm like, "Oh shit, like
Yeah.
we got a
Well,
winner
yeah.
and we got a dirty
Yep.
player."
Got up your
We
game.
Right, I'm like, "We gotta figure out what we're gonna do," and then obviously everyone knows who Sandra is, especially in
Yes.
HQ, so sorry guys, my light went out. So I started going around asking everyone, I'm like, "Hey, like, is Sandra a dirty player? Is Sandra a dirty player?" And they're like, "No, she's just a really good player." And I'm like, "Shit, I screwed
Well, she's
myself."
tough, and she'll let you
Yeah,
know. I mean, so there's that to Sandra, which I appreciate, but
right.
For the
yes.
record, she did not play dirty,
No.
and she didn't even think dirty thoughts out loud to us because we did end up aligning. We did end up
Yes, they
aligning.
didn't
Okay.
show it yet.
So just for the record, I didn't know. I was going off what Annalise said. That's her industry, not mine. But
I'm
she's
going off
young.
of what my sister said, okay?
My fault.
It's
I
her
meant like, but she's crafty, she's creative, she's like smart.
Well, you should have said those words instead of
I
dirty.
Right.
I
know.
shot myself in the foot by saying that.
You guys, I thought to myself, though, when I saw Sandra walk in on there, I was like, "Okay, I would align with her because she's had all this experience,
Right.
and that would be a good person to help you through, navigate through the game." So,
Right.
I thought, well, actually,
Well,
maybe
she
people
walked
will.
in with the target because who she
Oh,
is,
yeah.
the queen.
Right.
Yeah.
So
She's
immediately
the
everybody's,
queen.
yeah, you know.
And I
I
do have
did
to say, Sandra is I knew that I wanted to align with her because, 1, I was scared of her, so I was like, "Okay, then we gotta be on her good side and not against her." But 2, she's very intimidating. Sandra's very intimidating when you don't know her. So I was like, 1, I didn't watch her show, so, like, I don't know how she is with people, wanting to, like, team up with her and, like, game with her, and I was a little scared to start talking game too soon because 'cause I'm like, "Oh my god, what if she" and she knew I was from Big Brother because we actually met one time at some reality, um, TV thing, but I was like, "What if I start talking game with her too soon and then she thinks I'm, like, a gamer and sneaky?" She was just very intimidating, so I was like, "I don't know how I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna go
She's
about."
not intimidating. She looks intimidating, but she's not at all.
No, I love
Yeah.
As
Sandra.
you know
Yeah.
that.
She reminds me a lot of my mom, which is why I think our families got so close, and, like, me and Nina
Well,
are very close.
hey, talking about your mom there, Stacy, if you could pick another show to be on, like I would love to see you on Fear Factor. I think you would absolutely kill it on there.
Are you
But
kidding? Absolutely not. No way.
So many.
you're
you're
tough,
so
girl. That's all it
scary.
takes, Stacy.
I would be. I'm more of a people person. I'm more of a. I can get in there, but the whole animal and bugs. Oh no, no, no.
But at least you have a Fear Factor birthday party
When
growing
she
up.
was in
We love
elementary
Fear
school,
Factor.
I did a Fear
I do
Factor
have to say,
birthday
I do
party in
love
elementary school for her, and it was all Fear Factor.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's cool.
So,
That's
one
cool.
thing about my mom is, like, I think she would make such good reality TV, but the show that she has to be on has to be a show where like, my mom, she just says what's on her mind. She doesn't like to be fake. It has to be a
no.
show where she can't like, she doesn't like to be two-faced, like, she'll just tell you what it is, and like, show if you're, like, on a show where you have to be two-faced and stuff like that, it could affect her because she'd probably get voted out first because people would be like, "Oh, no." You know? So it'd have to be a show where she's able to just, like, spew whatever, say whatever. That's what
Well,
I
you could
think.
do that on 99 to Beat. That's where I met Tommy, and we had the best time ever on that show,
Right?
man.
That show is
There's lots
so
of fun
great.
challenges.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know, that's so
line. Oh,
great.
it's so fun.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
going back to the show, I do know you guys also make big moves too. You guys got the jokes, but you guys are still on top. Tell me about that time where you guys screwed over a family. I say level up, you know,
Right.
with I
Right.
We're
believe
gonna
it
go
was Polly's
we're gonna
family.
go Yes. I actually like level up and not screw up. But it's kinda interesting. So, going into to the game, me and my mom said, "We're gonna do whatever it is, whatever we need to do to get my sister what she needs." So, if that means we have to screw over a family, then we have to do what we have to do. Whatever's gonna make us closer to the money, get us closer to the money. Um, and so we went into a challenge and we had the opportunity to send my sister more supplies, but it ends up screwing over a family. So we ended up choosing Polly's family because Polly was such a strong competitor. And we knew that if we screwed her over, she would be fine at the end of the day. It wasn't going to harm her or anything like that. So we thought that was the best option. We head back to HQ and we realized that we were the only family to screw over another family. And to make matters worse, my sister, as we're watching them compete, my sister is like telling everyone that I'm on Big Brother. And I didn't tell anyone that I was on Big Brother. I just let people come up to me and say it if they saw it or not, because I wasn't anyone big on Big Brother. So like you might have not really seen me. Um, so I'm like, great. now they know we were on Big Brother and we just screwed over a family, so now they're like, "Oh, they're really here to play and game and stuff like that."
She was on the loudspeaker when she said it.
Well,
That's
we were
why.
just, like, on a challenge, like, hiking together. This is the first time all survivors got to see each other during this hike to our crates for the supply drop, and we were just so excited, so we were just, like, chatting with each other like friends, like, "Oh my god, we finally get to see people who are in the same position as us," and we just chatting, I just thought I was talking to friends, you know, like, we were talking about how we got on the sh to be on the show, and it just came up, I didn't even realize, like, I said that.
Well, when you're alone, like, for that long and you see somebody, you're just gonna say anything that comes
Yeah. You're
that
like,
comes to mind.
"People."
I'm happy to see anybody say anything as long as I just got to stay with them for, like, so long. I didn't care.
The end of the day, it ended up getting my sister more it gave her a sweet potato and a tarp, and we knew that the rain was coming, so we're like, "Okay, this is perfect." And before this
Yes.
competition, my sister was already in her head of thinking like, "I don't think I can be here much longer." So we thought, "Okay, if we give her," because every day she would talk into the camera and let us know things that she wanted. So we're like, "Okay, if we're able to get her something else that she wanted, maybe it'll make her stay longer. She'll know that we're here watching her and listening to her." Um, so we were like, "We're gonna do what we have to do." And going into the show, me and my mom said that we wanted to be cutthroat. You know, we weren't sure how long we were gonna be out there, but we knew that we wanted to make moves because we just wanted to do what was gonna be best for my sister, get us closer to the money, and get us furthest in the game. So me and my mom definitely don't regret it whatsoever. And I think that it was a good move, in my
And
opinion.
it wasn't screwing up,
Yeah.
it was more like leveling up. We didn't take
Yeah.
anything from her,
Yes.
and we
Yep.
didn't punish her in any way. She just got a different map that took her a long ways around to get her crate, that's all.
In a smaller
I like
portion
how
of
she
space.
says a long ways
Yeah.
around.
But she got there.
But you know what? It is a game, and I think, for those of us that have played in reality TV before or competition games, we realize it is a game, and that's that. So, at the end of the day, you really hope that everybody can get over it, and you do have this bond
Exactly.
like nothing else you've ever had experienced in your life because you guys
Right.
have gone through so much together, and it becomes like new family members moving forward, and
Right.
really everybody should just be able to get over it because it is a game, just happens to have a lot of
Right.
money on the line, but,
Yeah.
that's what it is, and you have to do what you have to do to win.
Yes.
From being on previous shows, you know, anytime anyone has ever done a game move to me or to an alliance member or anything like that, I've always understood it because I'm like, it's a game, you know, we're all out for ourselves. We gotta do what we gotta do. The only thing I don't like is just when people do personal things, you know, or like
Yes,
say
sure.
personal things about you. Like that's the only time where I'm like, no, like that's
Mm.
okay.
Yep.
But when it comes to game moves, like, at the end of the day, we all have to remember we're not in real life. Like, you know, in real life, we would never screw you over, you know what I mean? But, like, there's money on the line and our family members out there. We gotta take care of what we gotta take care of.
And
I mean, we
when you've been on a show 3 times, when this is your 3rd show, you learn to not be scared of making big moves. So
Exactly.
that's
Yep.
what
And
you
that's
guys
what we
came in to
wanted
Good
do.
to
point.
do. Right.
Mhm.
Right. Because
Yep.
On Big Brother, I was so young, and I was just too scared to make moves. I didn't know what I was doing. And then when I went on the challenge and me and Tommy were together, we made a move and I was like, "Ooh, this feels good." You know, I mean, it ended up screwing us over, but I was like, "Shoot, okay." Like I was like, one show didn't do anything, next show, okay. And now this show, I was like, one, I have my mom with me, so if anyone tries to come at me, you know, they better be prepared because
Yeah,
she's
that's
gonna
right.
go at them. But two, I was like, this is a show. We gotta make moves. Like, I always forget, you know, money is on the line, you know? It's not just, like, making friends and alliances, like, we're all really out here for ourselves and to win this money, so
and you don't know when the next opportunity is gonna come because there are
Right.
challenges every
yeah,
day. You don't know.
Well,
Gotta
and
grab it.
they are starving out there. I mean, like I said, again, it's different
right.
than how it
Yeah.
was on Survivor, so you have to, and nothing else can distract you. Um, what really ultimately led up to pushing that extracted button? Was it because, just being out there in the elements was just too overwhelming? I mean, that's what it seemed like.
For me, it was just really, really being alone. Um, being in that quiet, like, area, just being alone, not seeing anybody, not having any interaction, that was the hardest part for me. Like, the hunger, I was rationing my water perfectly fine. The hunger, it was just being alone and then seeing everybody and feeling like connected, feeling like you're in a community, and then going all the way back to your campsite with complete silence again just really pushed me over the edge, like being depressed and feeling more alone than I felt even before that. Um, and I was on such a high, and then the adrenaline dump just completely like I don't know, it did something to me, and I was like, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah.
Mhm,
Yep.
and, like, when you're out there, it can take a toll on you, you by yourself, and, since you're a really social person, just getting ripped away from society and
Right.
being by yourself, oh my gosh, I don't even know what I would do. Meditate? I don't know, like
You no,
like,
you
there's a
didn't I couldn't be quiet. I didn't wanna meditate. Like, I just wanted noise. I wanted
Yeah.
something. Well,
Love to
how
see
many days?
Jessica be like Cinderella out there talking to the animals, and have be really
My
good
mom
social
was
games,
I
have
didn't
'em
tell
all
her
lined up as your little
right.
pets.
Well, I had this little chipmunk that was always messing with me, and the first day, I was like I was so annoyed with this chipmunk, but then after, I'm like, "Hey, buddy, how's it going?" I guess I was
My
talking to
gosh.
the kids a lot. I was, like, talking in a podcast, like, I just was always talking to the camera because I'm like, "This is some form of, like, communication, I guess."
Right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
How many
Yeah.
days were you out there, Jessica?
I would lasted 5 days. 5 days felt like a
Wow.
month, but it was 5 days. Again, I don't know how the show will make it seem, but I was out there 5
Well, they have
long
to condense
well, of course, but 5 long, long, long days.
Yes.
That is a long
Wow.
time.
Okay,
That is a long
I
time.
this
Props to you.
this was the thing, Jessica, when I got out of the game, all right? When I was in the game, I kept thinking about all the foods I wanted to eat. Like, I had to try not to, but I was like, "Oh, this and that," and what was the thing you wanted to eat the most? Or what was the first thing you got to eat soon as you came out of the game?
Okay. I honestly was so overwhelmed when I got out and, like, through a mix of emotions that I don't know. I wanted a cheeseburger. I kept thinking of, like, cheeseburger for some reason or, like, pizza. I don't those 2 things. So I was looking forward to having that, right? But we had a very long drive back. So the first meal I had was McDonald's because that
Yeah.
was, like, what was right there. Not
on the road.
a classic, I
Wow.
guess. I don't know, but yeah, McDonald's was and it actually hurt my stomach. I couldn't eat it. I was
Yes.
like
Yep.
it hurt. I didn't eat for a couple of days, like, I was very limited on what I could eat.
Mhm.
Right after Final Travel Council, they brought me a Coke, and I was never, like, a big Coke drinker anyway. I took a sip of that, and I was like, "That's the most glorious thing I've ever tasted in my
Yes,
entire life," and to
especially
this
the
day,
Diet
when I
Coke.
take a sip of a Coke, I'm like, "Oh."
Yes, I poured Diet Coke and it's like, "Ooh, so crisp, so it brought life back into me." Yeah, the Diet Coke was the best, honestly.
Yeah. And, I feel like too, you never will look at things the same again. I feel like you don't know how much you appreciate. You just take so many things for granted. So I'm sure you probably had that feeling coming out like a toothbrush, a
Yeah,
toilet, those things you just will never take for granted or
the
think
basic
there's a lot of
needs.
things I really don't need in life that I think I need.
1000%, and I'm currently planning, my wedding, which is happening in June, so I'm like
Congratulations.
thank
Congrats.
you. So I'm, like, not spending any money because I'm like, "We don't need this, it's not a necessity," and so that's
Yeah.
actually helping me save money to get towards my wedding because 'cause I'm like, "We don't need this, I don't need clothes, I got what I need at home, like, I'm fine."
Now I know we're
Absolutely.
getting close to time, but I just have to ask this question. If you had the chance to do it again, would you? And if you would, are we switching up who's going into the woods?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely do it again.
Yeah.
It's only gonna last
Nope.
one night,
I
1
wouldn't
hour.
last one day. I would never
Right.
make it to the meet, so
So I'd have to go back out, but I'd be prepared this time mentally, and we would do it again in a heartbeat.
Right. I had the best time and the best experience. It was probably one of my favorite shows that I've been on, 1,000%. Um, but me and my mom are not going out there. Absolutely. We are meant to be in HQ.
Yeah.
Tommy,
Yeah.
could you see Annalise being out there in the woods?
No, definitely
absolutely
not. No.
not. Don't
You
answer.
know why? Honestly, I think she could do it. I don't think she can't do it.
Tommy is my biggest supporter. He always believes
I
in
know
me and
Tommy's
in
too
I
kind.
do. But I do think she could do it, but I think that her real skills are come from her experience, that's just a given, but also she's so good with people, and Annalise is someone who she won't even really like toot her own horn with this, but she's really good at making decisions and looking at all different perspectives in like she's good at stepping back and looking at a situation grand scheme. And that's something that you really need when you're in these social games. So I think like I've been lucky to play alongside her twice now, and both times she's the best partner for so many reasons, but mostly because she's just good at analyzing the dynamic of the game as a whole. And I think that that's something that's invaluable. So that's something that you need in HQ is my point.
Well,
That's why I think
hold
that her
hold on a
skills belong
second.
in HQ.
Annalise, listen, girl, I did some research on you, and you're a competitive athlete. And
Yes.
anybody that can be that dedicated and that competitive to play at the level you've played, there isn't anything you can't do. So get out
Good
there and
point.
suffer, girl.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing, like, I think it's so different because the challenge, like, you do these crazy challenges, you know what I mean? Like, that is more up my realm, you know what I mean? Like, me and Tom, when we were on the challenge, we had to, like, jump off this, like, 300 something foot building, like, that's crazy because 'cause I'm afraid of heights, but, like, I can push myself to do that, but, like, I just I can't do the wild. I can't. I can't don't get me wrong, I can do the challenges for sure,
Telling you.
without a doubt, no hesitation, but, like, to have me sleeping at night, like, I wouldn't sleep, I'd go crazy, like, I can't,
You are
I
really good
can't.
at being alone though too. That's another
Right,
so that's
that's what I'm
something that
saying,
you do
during the
have.
days yeah, during the days, oh my god, it would be heaven for me, like, I'd feel like I'm on a retreat, I love being alone, but it's the nighttime, I couldn't do the
That'll
nighttime, I'm
get
afraid
you.
of the dark.
Yeah.
You guys, but before we have to go, though, I just have to ask, I mean, all three of you, but Jessica first, like, it for somebody who's gonna be going on the show or just maybe experiencing something like this, what advice would you give them before going into the game?
Yeah. Actually, my it's funny now my advice changes every time, but be alone for a couple days. Like if you're serious about wanting to go on the show, really, you need to practice fire. You need to practice building a shelter if you can, wherever you can go. Just to throw up some sticks, like just practice. Read a survival book. But you need to practice being alone. Like really just isolate yourself if you can. And I mean like really isolate yourself and don't talk to anybody because it really is a lot harder, and I saw like, other castmates we've spoken to, they said that that was hard for them. They got through it, but for them, that was really challenging. So, be alone, practice your fire, make a shelter, and just, like, do it. Just do it. Don't overthink it. Don't second guess yourself. Believe in yourself. Even if you last 1 day, 1 hour, you go all the way, just do it, and you'll just be so proud that you even did it, and you'll still prove people wrong who probably said you wouldn't even go out there in general.
Great
That's my
advice. Yep. And
Truly.
you guys, Stacy, Annalise, do you guys wanna add anything, to that? I know you were at headquarters, but you also had experience in games before. What advice would you give someone?
My advice would be, so luckily for me, I've had this experience before where I like knew how to game, strategize, talk, alliances and stuff like that. But like as you can see in the first season, no one had that experience. And I'm sure in the next season, a lot of people going in won't have that experience. So I recommend watching like Survivor, Big Brother, games where you have to learn to make alliances, strategize, and basically learn how to game because I think if you and your partner understand how to do that, you guys can go in together and then obviously be separate and, talk your own game and strategy with other people. And I think it helps kind of make connections with other people. And it'll just, I think, help further your game, honestly.
For me, I
Stacy?
I was fortunate enough to go in, obviously, with someone who already kind of knew that. So my mindset going in, and the only thing I could say is because I relied on her for that social aspect and knowing that. And I was going to be the muscle and I was going to let her be the social butterfly because Annalise is truly in real life so sweet. She really is really nice. I mean, she's just nice and friendly, and she would like be like, "Oh no, they're not screwing us over," and I'm like, "Oh hell yeah, they're screwing us
Right.
over." So like, I'm the one that can be the cutter. I'll go in and cut the throat while she's like being the nice one. So
We're gonna have a 50-50.
you got to have someone who's willing to do the dirty work and someone who's the social butterfly.
And where can people find you guys on social media? Let everybody know so they can follow and continue to see what unfolds in your lives.
Yes.
Instagram,
Um,
TikTok with their regular names.
Stacy,
Yeah. Jessica, right?
yep.
Jessica Talavera. Yeah.
And Annalise Haver on Instagram and TikTok.
Just a regular
Perfect.
name.
You guys,
Also wanted thank our
Go
special
ahead,
guest
Aggie.
here. I just wanted to thank our special guest, Tommy, for dropping in.
Aw,
Thank you
love
so
you
much for
guys.
coming. We love you.
I
Tommy's our
love
guy.
all of you so much. Like I said, me and sis. So we realized this. We are the only two people in the world who went on Big Brother the same year, then went on the challenge the same year, and then went on a Fox reality show in the same year. Like literally, there are billions of people in the world. No other person has that experience aside from the two of us. So
And it's
We
so
figured it
crazy
out.
Tommy
to
will
be
figure that out.
I
and
know.
it's so crazy because, like, on Big Brother, we were on the same season together, best friends, and then we go on the challenge together, and we're partners, and then we both get a call from Fox to be on a Fox show, so it's honestly so crazy.
I know.
Well,
It's-
I have to tell you guys, I just met Tommy this summer and I was like, okay, God, like, why did you take so long for me to meet this amazing
Right?
human? And I don't know how I did life without him. And Aggie and Tommy and myself have all just become such good friends. And hopefully we can stay in touch with you guys too. And, you know, who knows if we're on a show
That'd be
together
great.
sometime, right?
We'll act like we don't know each
Right.
other, but we'll be in a secret alliance together.
Extracted season 2. Here we come.
There you
Here we
go.
go. Oh, hold on. Wait, before we wrap, we could talk for like 2 hours. Tommy and the Wilderness, golden. I
my
mean,
gosh,
can
Oh,
we make it
Damn,
happen?
please.
That's
With
good
Uncle
TV.
Phil in
I just have
HQ.
to say, it would be if Tommy was in the wild, it would be a show in itself. Like, they could cut everyone else's camera and we could solely just watch Tommy and it would be the most
Yes,
entertaining thing ever.
For
Ever.
he
sure.
does his little cooking, his recipes, and what he's cooking. Okay, he'd be out there with you. Take the water and you can pour it. You can put it on the fire. It needs to boil for at least 5 minutes or whatever. You know.
And he'd be teaching people, he'd be teaching everyone in HQ dances.
And the
like,
chipmunks.
Yeah.
And the chipmunks
Yeah.
that be teaching them dances.
So
It would be gold. Gold.
Who are you guys rooting for now? Who do you want to win?
I want
Well,
Dougie and
Dougie
his family
Fresh.
to be for sure. Like, they are
That's another family, extended family, Team Doug, the Rogers. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
okay.
They are such good people, and, like, we just became so close with the brothers that we were like, we just need them to go as far as
Nice.
Now I
they
know who to
can.
root for too. Great.
Yep.
Team Dougie
Yep.
Fresh.
Yep. Well, we have enjoyed watching so far. Can't wait for the rest of the season to unfold. And thank you guys so much for
you.
joining us today. And hopefully we can have you on maybe again to talk about what's going on in the show.
We would love
And
that.
just make sure everybody likes, subscribe to be on the edit for all your extracted info.
Bye,
Thank you
everyone.
guys.
Bye.